Greetings YouTube, it's the Brain Damage Gamer here, and I have another BDG news update on the ongoing case with Digital Homicide. They currently have issued a response, in response to Valve's initial response, about removing them from Steam. The indication that Valve had given was that they were hostile to Steam users is why they were removed. Digital Homicide has responded. They've indicated, amongst other things, that the reason that they may have been hostile is because of the harassment that they had received, and that the reason that they had gone into the litigation state is because they didn't feel that Valve had responded appropriately in helping them keep, and I'm going to go for a direct quote on this, the lawsuit was filed in sole regards to individuals where no response was able to be obtained from Steam to provide a safe environment for us to conduct business. That is the reason that they're indicating that they had filed the lawsuit. They didn't feel that it was a safe environment for them to conduct business. Now, as a point of reference, Valve does only provide a digital marketplace. Maintenance of your community is the developer's responsibility. That is one thing that Valve has outlined in their terms of service in their actual contract whenever you go to put something onto their marketplace, indicating that it is basically your independent marketplace you are responsible for. Now, all of that said, one of the things that they did indicate was all the various hostility that they had experienced. Here's some screenshots indicating what they had said the various users had said to them, as well as a screenshot directly from their actual website, which, if you want to go to, is digitalhomicide.ninja. Now, going a little bit further down their website, they also do have a couple of things indicating what would happen if you have a problem with someone on Facebook, how the banning process works there. They go over the Steam stance on this, indicating that by removing us, they have taken the stance that users have the right to harass me, tell me I should kill myself, and insult my family. If I try to defend myself against said actions, then I lose my family's income. They go on to indicate that they've had 2 years of experience dealing with Steam and that they find this a disgusting stance and it's shocking to them. Now, reading the next line is the point of interest I did want to highlight. The only thing that prevented me from seeking legal counsel for a long list of breach of contracts, interference with business, and antitrust issues was the fear of losing my family's income. Since that has, and then on to the next. Since that has been taken away, I am seeking legal representation. And they go on to indicate that their case will benefit from a long list of organized documentation of events that have happened over the past 2 years, including dates, screenshots, emails, and over 100 infractions in need of litigation. Legal counsel interested in our case can contact us at, and they give their email address. Now, the interesting thing, I found a couple of things here. One, the issues that they're describing, those are never okay. As far as, people doing death threats or things like that, never a good thing. I don't care, again, I've said this in the past and I'll say it again, I don't care what the problem is that you're running into, don't go tell someone to kill themselves on the internet. Not cool. Insulting the family, also not cool. There's a lot of things that I'll put up with, even on my YouTube comments. Family insults are one of the things that a lot of people have an issue with, and I can completely understand that. Now, that said, some of the problems that they've run into with what they consider harassment have probably been caused by some of the actions that they have taken. As an example, here's a screenshot of one of the previous people that had had complaints about how they were handling their Steam forums. One of the things that they had taken to do at Digital Homicide was deleting or banning people from the forums if they asked any question or asked any form of what's going on with this in regards to a game. This particular one, someone indicated that they don't understand the price. I do not get the price. And they go on to ask what's going on with the pricing. The game's lacking in content. It shouldn't be at this price. If you are indeed trying to get early access, you should probably keep the price at a lower point to make it more accessible to people, and then the game could grow and we could understand a little bit more about it. The response they received for that was a ban. That is one of the lighter examples, but there are literally just pages, as this screenshot indicates, of just posts deleted, things removed. The developer took a very, as Valve put it, hostile stance towards people asking questions on their forums. It looks like they were just issuing blanket bans and blanket removals in an attempt to dictate what they wanted to be said about their games instead of allowing for the natural course of Steam reviews to do. I am not going to be providing links to where I obtained these images where people have obviously screenshotted their issues with Digital Homicide, for the simple fact that in the past these kinds of things have been subject of takedown notices, regardless of whether or not they have any ownership of that particular image. So I'd rather not subject these locations I've found these images to that kind of takedown notice. It is Steam's marketplace. It is their choice, obviously, to decide who is allowed to do things on that marketplace and who is not. So, I mean, in regards to that, they may find themselves in a difficult battle trying to prove anything in that regards. The antitrust section of his statement, though, that's a very interesting stance to take, because by definition, Valve does not have a monopoly on the market. Yes, they are one of the biggest marketplaces, but by no means are they the only way to get games on PC. They're just the biggest. Just a few examples, you have Origin, you have the Ubisoft store that you can go through. There's also the Windows Marketplace. There's also just the internet, period. Itch.io is one of the locations that they are actually even selling their current bundles. Digital Homicide has had a presence on that website as well, also selling their products. So antitrust doesn't really fit into that, because Valve has not done anything to try to purchase or marginalize any of the other marketplaces other than improving their own platform. So I'm a little bit hazy on where they would think that an antitrust might fit into this. It is interesting that while they indicate that they are seeking legal counsel, they also, with that last sentence, legal counsel interested in our case can contact us. So I wonder if they're seeking legal counsel in the inverse aspect, where they are wishing that legal counsel would contact them. I don't know if that's changed anything from their previous lawsuits that they've filed by themselves without legal counsel. It is an interesting position that they're currently in, though. One thing I did want to note that did seem of interest, and I hadn't seen any other major outlet had reported it. Here's a screenshot, and if I can direct your attention into the bottom left corner, on that screenshot, they indicate that their itch.io website, it says /going out of business bundle. Now, when you click on it, it redirects you to a mega bundle. But the initial link that they established was for a going out of business bundle. Now, is that a statement saying they are going out of business? Or was that something typed and then they changed their minds on it at a later time? Unfortunately, as a lot of Steam comments and videos that they've done in the past, that is something that they have shown that they do, is they hurriedly do something and then delete it or try to change it after the fact. Unfortunately, the internet remembers everything. That doesn't work 90% of the time. And I'm willing to bet that at some point in time this link will be updated as well. That is all that I did have for this particular update. I will do my best to keep everyone apprised of what continues to happen with this interesting case. As always, if you like the video, feel free to hit like. If you'd like to leave a comment down below discussing the case and what's going on with that, feel free to go ahead and do so. One thing I did want to make mention of, one of the other comments in one of the other videos did make mention of the fact that people would be interested in a pixel murder game should I have a character digging to the center of the earth bit by bit, and I should start a Kickstarter for that. I will consider that, but I don't think it's going to be happening anytime soon. But as always, I am the Brain Damage Gamer. I would like to thank everyone for watching, and game on.